to see 10th Samachir Kalvi, Unit 6 Supplementary, The Little Hero of Holland, which was written by Mary Max Dodge. So, The Little Hero of Holland, Holland is a place you know already. Now it is considered to be Netherlands. So, who is the Little Hero? The Little Hero is nothing but a 8-year-old boy, school boy. So this is a true story of a little boy with a brave heart and passionate love for his village. Read this story, find out who is the hero and what happened there. Holland is a country where much of the land lies below the sea level. So before we are going to start the story, we are going to see what are the characters are there in the story. There, the first one character is the Peter. Peter is the hero of the story, 8-year-old boy, and his mother, and his father, and his friend, blind man. So Holland is a country where much of the land lies below the sea level. Only great walls called dikes keep the North Sea from the rushing in and flooding the land. For centuries, the people of Holland have worked to keep the walls strong so that their country will be safe and dry. Even the little children know that dikes must be watched every moment and that a hole no longer than your finger can be a very dangerous thing. So, Holland country where much land lies below the sea level. So, only great walls. So, the dams only protected the lands from the entering of the sea water inside the water, Holland. And rushing from the flooding land for centuries. Centuries means for 100 years, the people of Holland have worked to keep the walls. So the Holland people made the dikes to protect them from entering the water in water from them, so that their country will be safe and dry. So this news, even the children, even the small children of Holland too knows. And that a hole no longer, even if a small hole happened or made in the dikes means it will totally destroy the country. This news is known by even a small children in the country. And many years ago, there lived in Holland a boy named Peter. He is the hero. He is the hero of the story. And Peter's father was one of the men who tended the gates in the dikes. So Peter's father is working in the dikes, so opening the gates and closing the gates like that, and tended the gates in the dikes called the sluices. So he opened and closed the sluices so that ships could pass out of Holland's canals into the Great Sea. So sluices is nothing but it's a bridge-like shape, so which is used to pass the ships from one side to another using the water, the sluices. So that's called water sluices. One afternoon in the early fall. Fall means autumn season. Autumn season is considered to be here fall season. So this is British American English also. Autumn is British English. Fall also what American English. When Peter was 8 years old, his mother called him from his play. Come, Peter, she said, I want you to go across the dike and take these cakes to your friend, the blind man. You go quickly and do not stop to play. You will be home again before dark. So, what happened here? Peter's mother called Peter from his play and asked him to go to see his friend blind. His friend was blind and give him a cake. So and if you go now itself, you can return home soon before it gets night. That means dark. So the little boy was glad to go on such an errand and started off with a light heart. He stayed with the poor blind man a little while to tell him about his walk along the dike and about the sun and the flowers and the ships far out at the sea. So the little boy, glad means very happy to go on such an errand in this situation, and started off, errand means work, small work, and started off with a light heart. That means with a happy heart, he goes to meet his friend. he stayed with him. He went to the place and meet this blind man, poor blind man, a little while and tell him he is already blind. So what are the things he comes across on the way to meet his friend. What are the things means the sun and the flowers and the ships, the colors and the ships from the sea. These are all the things explained, deeply explained, and the colors and the mannerism. These are all explained by Peter to his blind friend. So he is Peter. He is walking across the dike. So he remembered his mother's wish. Wish means will. And that he refers to Peter, he should return before dark, and bidding his friend goodbye, he set out for home. So before it's getting dark, his mother's word remembered. He recalls that before it's getting dark, you have to reach home, Peter. So go soon. That word was repeated here. So what he is saying, saying farewell, saying goodbye to his friend, and start to return home. As he walked beside the canal, he noticed some rains had swollen the waters and how they beat against the side of the dike, and he thought of his father's gate. So before he reached home, what are the things are the canal as well as the dike, as well as the water comes flowing in and swollen, how the rain, before rain had swollen the water. These are all the things he just noticed. I am glad they are so strong. He just recalls, he just have a hope in his mind. The dike, the walls of the dikes is very strong, so I am very sure about that. He said it to himself, if they gave way means stop, what would become of us? These pretty fields would be covered with water. Father always calls them the angry waters. I suppose he thinks they are angry at him for keeping them out long. So what he said, these pretty fields, if the dikes broken out, what will happen? The angry waters. He considered the water to be angry because since so long the waters were be prevented by walls by the people of Holland. So he thinks like that the waters are angry. If you flew in, if a little would happen inside the dike, what will happen? The total Holland country will be flooded and drowned into water. As he walked along, sometimes stopped to pick the pretty blue flowers that grew beside the road, or to listen to the raps of thread as they rustled through the grass. So as he walked along the dike, he stopped and plucked some pretty flowers. Pretty means charmful or attractive flowers that grew beside. Grew means grow, grew, grown. The past form of grow is called grew. So grew beside the road, and listen to the rabbits of tread. Tread means walk, soft walk, as they rested through the grass. The rabbits are walking softly. So he listened to them and picked some flowers. But after he smiled as he thought of his visit to the poor blind man. So he recalls the happy moment with his blind friend, and so few pleasures, and was always so glad he's happy to see him. So he has a very happy in his mind on seeing his blind friend. Suddenly he noticed that the sun was setting. So that's why at the moment he realized that it's getting very dark. So his mother's about remembering in his mind, and that it was growing dark. Mother will be watching for me. Mother will be waiting for me. And he thought, and he began to run towards home. So and immediately he started to go to his home. Just then he heard a noise, and trying to move to his house, he heard some noise. What's the noise? It was the sound of trickling. Trickling means a small stream or flowing water from somewhere. That trickling water, he stopped and looked down. There was a small hole in the dike. He found that there was a hole in the dike, and through which a tiny stream was flowing. Some waters came out of the dike. And any child in the Holland is frightened, get very fear at the thought of a leak in the dike. If nobody can imagine what would happen, already know if dikes are broken out, the total country will be flooded and drowned into the water. He found that there is a hole in the dike. How he get frightened? So he was very frightened at the leak of the dike. Trying to understood the danger at the once. So These will lead to big hole and broken of the dike. Immediately, total Holland will be drowned. Imagine if the water ran through a little hole, it will soon make a larger one, and the whole country would be flooded. If will not we will not hide the hole, it will become soon bigger, and the dikes will be broken automatically soon, and the total country will be flooded. He thought immediately. In a moment, without hesitating, he saw what he must do. Throwing away his flask, and he climbed down the slide of the dike and thrust his finger into the tiny hole. After seeing that, he threw away the flask, plucked the flask, threw away, and he just immediately climb upon the dike and push his finger through the hole, and stop the running of the water. The flowing of the water was stopped. Oh, he said to himself. So he cried himself, he saying to himself, the angry waters must stay back now. I can keep them back. Them refers to the waters. I keep the waters back of my fingers. Holland shall not be drowned while I am here. I will not allow my country to be drowned in our flood. As I am here, I stopped the water. This was all very well at first, but soon it grew dark and cold. So it became a night, and what he thinks, there is no person to help him. So he stayed there itself. The little fellow shouted and screamed for help. But come here, he called. But no one heard him. No one came help to him because it's night time. No one entering there. No one visited there. So it grew still colder. It's as it is night time. It's very cold. Cold is an adjective word. Cold, colder, coldest. And his arm acted means pained and began to grow stiff and numb. Stiff and numb means frozen. So he shouted again, will no one come, mother, mother. At last, no one helped him. So he cried for his mother, like that he cried. But his mother had looked anxiously. Anxiously means worryingly along the dike road many times since sunset for her little boy. And now she had closed and locked the cottage door. Cottage means is a house. Our house door. So he's worryingly waiting for her son. But he is in the dike, no. So he will not come. So what she did, she just shut the door of the house and thinking that Peter was spending the night with his blind friend. So staying back with his friend, and she thought to herself, and that she would scold him in the morning. If he return tomorrow, I will scold him. So she thinks into her mind from her without permission. Peter didn't ask any permission from me, and without my permission, he is staying with his blind friend, and she thinks like that. Peter tried to whistle, but his teeth chattered with the cold because it's too cold. His teeth chattered during the night. He thought of his brother and sister, their warm beds. So they were sleeping in their house. Peter's brother and sister were sleeping in their warm beds comfortably, and of his dear father and mother. They too are sleeping comfortably in their house, but I am only working for our country. I am sacrificing my life for the country. I must not let them drown. While I am here, I will not allow my country to drown, flooded. He thought, I must stay here until someone comes. If anybody comes, until anyone comes, then I must stay here itself. If I have to stay all night, I must stay here until anyone comes. I must stay here itself. The moon and stars looked down, and the child crouching on the stone on the side of the dike. His head was bent and his eyes were closed, but he was not asleep. For every now and then he rubbed the hand that was holding back the angry sea. So the it's almost night time. The stars and moon were comes. Looked down on the child crouching. Crouching means what? Working for the on the stone on the side of the dike. So his head was bent and his eyes were closed, but he was not asleep. But he did not sleep. For every now and then he rubbed the hand. So freezing hand. That's why he is every now and then he is rubbing his hand like that to make heat. That was holding back in the angry sea. I will stand if somehow he thought. So he stayed there all night keeping the sea out. So I must manage to stay, manage to keep the water, manage to push my fingers in the hole. So I must stay here itself. I must prevent this danger from our country. So he stayed there all through night, keeping the sea out. So like this is Peter. This is what happening here. So look at the picture here. At last, what happened? Yearly, the next morning, a man going to work he heard a groan. Groan means moan. As he walked along the top of the dike, looking over the edge, he saw a child clinging. Clinging means hanging to the side of the great wall. So next morning, what happened? On the passerby, she looked at the little child. A passerby looking at the little child. So he was clinging from the dike. He was groaning. Groaning means painfully. Painfully was groaning, whining. As he walked along the top of the dike, looking the edge of he saw the child. And what's the matter? He called her, are you hurt? So what happened to you, my dear? Why are you clinging here? Why are you waiting here? He called her and inquired the boy. I am keeping the water back. There is a hole in the dike. I am all through night. I keep the water inside the dike. I thrust my finger in the hole. Peter yielded. Tell them to come. So inform to all the village people to come here. The alarm was spread. The news was spread. People came running with shawls and the whole was soon mended. People comes with all the instruments and closed the hole. They carried Peter home to his parents, and before long, before that, the whole town knew known. So knew how Peter had saved their lives that night. To this day, the people have never forgotten that brave little hero of Holland. So the Holland people will never forget this happy moment from their mind. So author introduction. She is Mary Mapps Dodge, born in 1831, died in 1905, was an American children's author and editor, best known for his novel Hans Brinker. So it was written by her. She was the recognized leader in the Julian literature for almost a third of 19th century. So 19th century famous writer, Dodge conducted Saint Nicholas for more than 30 years. So and it became one of the most successful magazines children. So she was conducted here. She was famous for the magazine also. So Saint Nicholas, she was able to persuade means convince many of the great writers of the world to contribute to our children's magazine. Mark Twain, Lucia May Alcott, Robert Louis Stevenson, Tennyson, etc. These are the famous authors. So thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe and share our channel.